The last week of May 1920 saw generally hot weather across the UK, with numerous thunderstorms developing particularly over England. In the 3 days before the 29th of May, it had been wet across the Louth area, leaving fields waterlogged and the ground saturated. About 2 p.m. on the 29th of May, 1920, a storm hit Louth, resulting in 23 fatalities in 20 minutes. As the storm passed over Horncastle and then towards the Wolds in the afternoon, producing heavy rainfall to about 6 inches or 160 millimeters. But the flood waters did not arrive in the town until 6 o'clock. With the Waring overflowing first. It took just half an hour for East Street and part of Spilsby Road to flood, as well as part of the Bull Ring, South Street, Willow Row and along with Wharf Road, now also under water. Over the next 2 hours the main volume of water rushed down the Bain from the Wolds, flooding into the marketplace and joining water from the Waring, spilling into Church Street. Structural damage was done by the initial surge, so the Bain took an alternative route down Prospect Street, spilling over its west bank, sweeping round the corner by the warehouse into the junction of Bridge Street and then West Street. Flagstones from the pavement were churned up by the whirling water. The fronts of shops and cottages opposite Prospect Street caved in or were washed away, and with their foundations being scoured out to a depth of 5 feet. Subsequently 2 of the buildings had to be taken down, and with water spreading into Accommodation Road and along the length of West Street, with premises being flooded anything up to 5 feet deep. There are many memories of mud and tide marks on the walls which showed through many subsequent wallpaperings. "40 years after the 1920 floods, it all happened again. On October 7, 1960, cumulonimbus storm clouds, towering well above 40,000 feet over Horncastle were forming, waiting to discharge large amounts of rain which was stored in them. Rain began to fall about 10:30 a.m. By 11 a.m. the rain had turned torrential, and was continuous until 5 o'clock to 5:30 p.m. In 6 hours, 183 millimeters of rain fell onto the town. The River Waring and its tributary Thunker Beck, running together, were discharging 4 times as much water as the River Bain, which at Hemmingby, 3 miles above Horncastle, was running only half full. Although the old canal, which had been dredged as an auxiliary channel for the Bain, and with silting on the Waring, the riverbed was in places was within 1 metre from the level of the roadway.
When we got it dried out and we didn't leave the house, I could have gone to stay at the Rodney for a few days or somewhere, you know. I didn't want to leave. Well, it's funny, because it comes in, and not so long after, it goes out. It goes out pretty quick. Start with, of course, we had buckets and we're trying to bail it out, but it eventually went, and pretty quickly, you know. Leaving all the mess behind, you see, that's the only trouble.
Police lost a patrol car. It got called to the hotel. It was a hotel at the corner where you turned down to the river, and it got called to the hotel. The flood was flooding the cellars and the beer and that. What could he do about it? Well, I don't know what a Bobby could do about it. And help them to stop it. They went and they probably parked the patrol car outside, went in and had a word with the landlord and, you know, to see what he could do to help. When they come out, the patrol car was just going down towards the river.